come out of turn 4, and the championship race is underway for Phoenix. There's that 4 and 5 wide you talked about, Steve. And remember, Marty mentioned it, you don't have to worry about points at all if you're one of the championship 4. All you have to worry about is your competitors. As long as you finish in front of the other 3, you win the championship tonight.
Austin Hill had trouble off of turn 2. See Jesse Love in that blue, red, and white car trying to get underneath him. Now Jesse Love's under attack from Custer.
Riding along with that Goodyear onboard on Cole Custer's car, and he is way down in that dog leg. We're going to see him cut the dog leg all afternoon and evening. The top championship 4 driver is Austin Hill, and he's worried about potentially water temperature and maybe even water pressure. 2 lights red now, Steve, on the dash.
Yeah, that's the change. I haven't read anything on the radio where he's complained about anything else, but now we have 1 flashing red and 1 solid red. We'll have to keep an eye on this 21 car, as now the 7 of Allgaier has caught the 00 from the back of the field.
Very disheartening, I'm sure, for Cole Custer. He knew that Allgaier was starting at the back, and now Allgaier has made his way up to 6th after starting shotgun on the field. And coming up on 1 to go in stage 1. Pretty uneventful for Riley Herbst out front. He's led 36 of the 44 laps that have been completed. Sheldon Creed was out front for the other 8. Creed right there.
Chandler Smith has run him down. It's been uneventful for the 98, but here comes the 81. Puts some pressure on. Will he just settle in, or will he make an aggressive move here in the last set of corners?
A little bit of a pick there from the 44, Brennan Poole, but Chandler Smith makes it pretty interesting as they come to the green and white checkered flag. It's going to be Riley Herbst who will win stage 1. Getting ready for the restart. And again, Austin Hill now on that front row of the championship 4. We'll see what he can do with that clean track in front of him. Riley Herbst racing him hard on the outside as they go into turns 1 and 2. Up the racetrack just a bit there is Austin Hill.
Look at Cole Custer on the outside.
Custer taking the lead away. He takes it from the outside.
That's important to understand. This could be a determining factor late in the restart. Could decide the champion. We see the 7 of Allgaier about 2 or 3 rows back as well.
What a move by Cole Custer to take the lead.
I don't care how many times you watch it. When a car turns left and cuts the dog leg, it just doesn't look, it's crazy looking.
Oh, we've got an issue with the 45. The back completely off of that of Stephen Parsons. And the 14 also involved. So now Greg Van Alst has stopped up against the wall and the caution has come out. All right, Steve, with 29 laps to go, you mentioned earlier that extra set of tires. Any need to use those now?
No, I think at this point, you know, you run the first 2 stages very straightforward. Just stay on the racetrack. It will be another, to Jeff's point about adjustments, it is another kind of data set to see how your car cycles from some new to some old tires. Let's see exactly what happens. The 5 of Anthony Alfredo on the outside of the 45. 45 looks a little free coming up.
Oh,
and
5 into the wall.
5 gets into the wall. Oh, and then contact with Stefan down on the flat. I don't know if he thought the 45 ran him into the wall. It was hard to tell from that angle. But definitely an odd spot to see contact.
Yeah, certainly. And then behind.
Yeah, Greg Van Alst in the 14 there. Not sure how that happened.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Back underway, Cole Custer all the way to the bottom of the racetrack this time. Let's see what he does when he gets into 1 and 2 here. And Riley Herbst going a little bit lower on the exit of 2. That opened the door for a moment for Sam Mayer, but then closed right up. And here comes the 7 of Allgaier.
To your point about lane choice, Rick, you know, the inside of the front row hasn't worked for anyone who has chosen it yet. I think people are going to have to make adjustments.
Custer has fallen all the way back to 4th. There's that contact.
The left rear tire now going down, they think, for Justin Allgaier. So how could that have happened, Jeff? Obviously that contact. Yes, there you go. They think the left rear tire is coming apart for Justin Allgaier. So, Jeff, why make an aggressive move like that and put your car in a dangerous situation like this?
You're simply fighting for track position, but the left rear tire is definitely low on this car. They're trying to make it until the caution. So they're staying on the racetrack. This is a risky move.
The negative is if the tire goes completely down, not only could you spin out, but it could go flat and tear the quarter panel off. Pit road's closed now, so if you pit here, you'd be at the end. He could really just slow down. Like right now, they're coming to the checker. He could just lift right here and just give up all these positions anyway. He's not going to do it.
Coming to the green and white checker, it will be Riley Herbst sweeping the stages here in Phoenix as he won stage 1 and now stage 2. And Herbst has been out front for 65 laps. Allgaier is going to be able to nurse it all the way back around. There was some contact right there between stage winner Riley Herbst and the 7 of Allgaier. And we're hearing
for a restart violation.
Right there, restart violation for Allgaier.
So remember the rules. You have to stay in your lane until the start-finish line. Let's take a look what the 7 does. See if he changes lanes before the start-finish line. Right there. Back it up about 5 or 6 frames before the start-finish line. Keep going and go back, and we're going to go back. He should be behind the 11. You freeze it right there. The 7 needs to be behind the 11. That is the rule. I think this is clear as day. It's unfortunate, but clear as day that the 7 went left before the start-finish line. So Allgaier fans, don't give up yet. 95 to go. Your driver can still have a chance. Well, I take back everything I just said, because the #1 penalty is you can't have a penalty on top of a penalty. Now the 7, too fast rolling pit road. He'll have to serve another drive-through. This will be nearly insurmountable for the 7. You see the frustration from the crew chief. You just can't. You have to be conservative down pit road.
The caution has come out. It was Anthony Alfredo into the wall, and what a break for the 7 of Justin Allgaier. Take a look at this, though. Anthony Alfredo, a big hit for the 5.
Yeah, this is a big hit. Looks like the right front goes down, and that is a big impact. Look at it from this angle. Oh.
How aggressive do you get? 38 laps to go in the season. Green flag back in the air. Big run by the 98 of Riley Herbst. Love running in the 2nd spot. Custer holding on to 3rd.
But not the great restart Custer needed. He needed to get away from the 7 and the 21, and it is not working for him.
Connor Zilic on the outside in the 88. He takes 3rd away, and now fighting for 2nd with Jesse Love.
And the 7, right side of the screen, now has the 21 of Austin Hill to his left. Dust off the rear bumper of the 21. He's so low on the racetrack.
Here comes Allgaier.
Cole Custer's got to narrow up.
This is it right here.
He's got to be a little lower. He likes the top, but he's widened it up too much.
A really tight turn for Allgaier. Can he hang on to it?
Bring it back home. Bring it back in.
Allgaier out in front. The championship in front of him.
What a drive with fresh tires from the back after such an up and down night. Can the 00 counter?
Cole Custer with a little run. Under 3 laps to go. Cautions come out.
Back it down.
The 42 is around, and Leland Honeyman brings out caution number 6. A restart could determine the champion in 2024.
Austin Hill on pit road in that 21 car, bottom left of your screen. They will take those scuffed tires. We'll look at that right front when it comes off of Austin Hill's machine, Marty.
The handling really no better for A.J. Allmendinger, but they're going to come down here for fresh tires for him, a little bit way too free. And for Justin Allgaier, this is Alex Bowman's pit crew on Sundays. What can they do for Allgaier right now? They're actually going to go with 4 tires for Allgaier here on this stop. He said the car was really good at the end of that run. How will they do on the short run here?
Oh, and a slow stop on the 7 is going to cost him 2 spots. The 21 all year long. We've talked about the pit crew of the 21, and here he is, the first car off pit road on scuffed tires.
Allgaier couldn't get out of his box.
Yes.
They did that stop, and he just spun the tires.
Yeah, it wasn't a great stop, but also he could not get rolling at all. He was sitting there spinning the tires, and the car was hardly going forward. Watch this.
So some trouble on the right side, a little bit slow, trying to come over to the left. I think this is where the real issue happens. Left sides go on, a little slow in the left rear, but not awful, but then look.
It's sitting there spinning the rear tires. It's not having forward momentum.
It's overtime, presented by Credit One Bank. Green flag back in the air. A big run for the 7. He tried to go high. Now looking low. They're both trying to get by that 21 as they dive into turn 1. Here comes the 7 to the inside. Allgaier is going to pass both of them.
Custer tried to get to the outside of the 21. It simply did not work.
And the 31 is around. That will probably bring a caution out. Does it get out? Yes, it does, before they get to the white flag. So it will be another overtime. It's coming down to potentially this restart right here to determine a champion. The nose in front for Allgaier. Contact made. Here comes the 21 on the inside. The 21 up the racetrack. Again, contact made. Allgaier out in front. Riley Herbst running second.
Take the white now.
You can hear it in his voice. Eddie DeHaan, the spotter for the 7. Get to that white flag. The next flag that comes out will determine the race. Allgaier was out front in the spring race here, but a problem sent him into the wall. Here comes the 98 of Riley Herbst. He'll be fighting for the win.
Right with you, though, trying to get left side.
For the final time down the backstretch, here comes Riley Herbst racing for the win, but it will be the most decorated driver in the field. Justin Allgaier is the NASCAR Xfinity Series champion.
I'm so proud of you. Boys, thank you all so much, man. I didn't want to get emotional, I'll be honest with you, but, man, I can't tell you all how much I appreciate it. This is,